referee. Our first referee from Argentina, Mr. Samoilovs. And our second referee from the Dominican Republic is Colorado. Oh my goodness. These two teams, when they get together, it's either going 3 or sets over to like 30. Like they match up so well, and they are just fierce competitors right now. I wait to see what happens. We see them all weekend long. We're here a loud crowd. First up is Latvian. This guy is two-time Olympic bronze medalist from Bulgaria. It's Janis. Smedins. And his partner, the man with the main, twice a tour champion, 3 times an Olympian out of Herrera. He is the Lion King, Aleksandrs, Samoilovs. And their opponents, the Spaniards, the 2-time Olympian out of Tenerife, looking for another medal in his storied career. Give it up for Adrian, Gavira. And his partner, the Olympic silver medalist and 4-time Olympian. I feel like he's going number 5 in a couple years. He comes from Castellón de la Plana in Spain. He is Pablo Herrera.
Hello, volleyball fans, and welcome to Hermosa, Huntington Beach, California. Good grief, I don't even know where I'm at. I am Matty Bishop bringing you this men's bronze medal match alongside the Hall of Famer, one of the greatest to ever play the game, Mr. Randy Stoklos. We've got Latvia and Spain coming up in this FIVB 4-star event here at Huntington Beach, presented by the AVP. Randy, this is a rematch. The Latvians got the better of the Spanish earlier in the tournament. Should be a good one for us here. Always a dangerous position to be in. When you beat a team, it's tough to beat them twice. And here he goes off to the first play of the game. A couple of good touches here by the Latvian. Dig over the net. There's a put away by Gavira off the right side over the Lion King. And this is going to be a very exciting game. Early on today in the semifinals, the Dutch team of Brouwer and Musen edged out the Latvians in 3 sets. It was a fantastic match. They'll look to recover and rebound against Spain, who lost to the other finalist, and that is Evandro and Andre from Brazil. Early in the game, 1-1, Latvia back to serve. Working on Gavira. Ball just goes out wide on the hit down the line. He hits that ball really, really well from the left side, especially when the ball's off the net, and he just misses that one. But an advantage to Samoilovs and Smedins from Latvia, 2-1. Samoilovs serving Herrera this time. Oh, pardon me, staying on Gavira. He goes hard cross court. Nope, that was Herrera. I got my Spaniards right. I know these guys. Herrera, 4-time Olympian, one of the legends of the game. He is so much fun to watch. He misses just over the mane of the Lion King. That's Aleksandrs Samoilovs. You never see a player duck like that. It's a rule of thumb, never duck in volleyball. That ball usually hits the back line, but he knew that ball was out. Latvia back to serve. Smedins down the pipe with just a spader right down the middle. Right down the middle. And it's just the perfect toss, and it's a great execution of the middle serve with nobody home. Point goes to Latvia, up 4-2, game 1. Here's Herrera, high line over the top. So you saw Herrera move into the seam a little bit after the ace from Smedins. Smedins goes outside shoulder. Herrera deals with that pretty easily. A little cat and mouse there.
It's a beautiful reception on the first touch, enabling himself to get a great set and a chop shot down the line, up and over the block for an easy point. In a side switch as the Gavira cuts back to serve.
Gavira goes down the seam, and that hubby wife is a thing in this one already, Randy.
Kind of showing you, if you can do it, I can do it. Obviously serving from the better side, wind at your face. It's a little bit of a side wind, but there is an advantage from this side. There's another great serve to the sidelines, to the lefty, and the lefty just absolutely pounds the ball inside. You don't know how difficult that ball is with the ball chasing inside to go and follow that thing, and the blocker couldn't catch up. Point goes to Latvia, up 5-4 in the first.
Samoilovs will serve. Little one-footed takeoff. He goes after Herrera. Tight set at the net. They joust, and Herrera pokes it too far. Well, the line judge initially called it out. Then he showed a touch. The up officials giving it to the Latvians. I think that's probably the right call.
And I do love that upper ref looking around to see exactly if anybody had made that call. Point goes to Latvia, 6-4 lead.
Great job by our camera crew there. You can see that ball clears the hand. No touch from the Latvians.
But as soon as you score a point, you give one up with that serve. The players are trying to serve the ball as strong as they can, especially with the wind right there. Trying to cuff it into the wind with this side wind from the water on into the inland. And obviously that ball just chased a little wide. Here's a good reception, passes in the ball straight ahead, gets an attack, shoots that ball over, and here's the Spaniards ready to go and score a point, and a little tap down cut shot. Easy point, Matty.
What a play by Pablo Herrera. He reads the roll shot over the top from Samoilovs, picks it up, pops immediately into transition. Great vision, puts the ball right where Smedins is not. He'll go back to serve for Spain. Thought too much about that one, Randy.
You got it right on. There was a little bit of a hesitation. You know, when you got too much time to think, it's the worst thing in volleyball. Do not think, ladies and gentlemen, when you're playing the game of volleyball. Just let it come naturally. Go after your target and serve a tough ball.
Janis Smedins from the service line, and he's wide.
As you can notice, they're trying to serve the water side player, hoping that that wind is going to blow that ball in just a little bit. But we've got a big crowd here, which is obviously cutting down some of the wind. And needless to say, these guys are a little hunkered in into this stadium. We're here in Huntington Beach, and what a crowd and what a scene this really is.
Smedins sets for Samoilovs, and on the other side, it's Gavira playing the defense on that one. He can't pick it up. So Spanish are one of the few teams that split block at the highest level of men's play. Is that something that used to be more common, Randy? Or
I don't think so. On the contrary, it's really actually become fashion now for the players to kind of trade those positions, like Avandro and Andre, the Brazilians. They go and they're able to switch every single time, and it tells you one thing, that they're going to get better and better and better at all those positions, and that means that's a scary thing for the rest of the world.
Herrera for Spain with the serve. He's working on Samoilovs. Samoilovs, nice shot up high over the block to Gavira.
Gavira goes up with the one-handed block a la myself, which they nicknamed the Kong block, just out of the reach with the one hand, but I do like the attempt. Smedins back to serve. There it is. You'd be rather lucky than good, as I always say on that serve, but Smedins hits a ball down the pipe, goes off of the top of the tape, and trickles right over for a big key point for the Latvians, up 10-8.
Just barely misses down the line there.
And it is so funny, when you serve one ace, you just want that next one. You're so hungry to go and get after it, Matty.
Outside shoulder, easy serve for Smedins, and for Samoilovs, pardon me. He sets up Smedins, who hammers that ball down into the corner.
That's a very difficult play, but it obviously needs to be accurately passed to the left-hander, and he pulls it down the line. Very difficult swing, but an accurate one as it is. Latvia up 11-9. What a great serve down the line.
Here's Herrera. Ooh, the line judge didn't know. The up ref gave it to him quickly.
The ball gets hit so hard, and the speed of the ball happens so fast that sometimes you have to kind of do a second guess. And those guys are no different than us, even up here in the booth.
That was one heck of a swing. Even the players giving each other a bit of a hard time about that one. On their way to the technical timeout. You mentioned it, Randy. It's a fantastic atmosphere in Huntington Beach, California. The AVP putting on an FIVB 4-star event with a 48-team main draw, double elimination. What are some of the things that you've seen this week that have really stuck out to you?
Well, the biggest thing for me is obviously the international competition. Coming to California, trying to show their wares. Remember, as kids, all they want to do is come to Santa Monica. All they want to do is come to Huntington Beach. All they want to do is come to Malibu. They want to, and here they are in the sands of Southern California. It really shows you there's not an American in sight right now, and this is for the bronze medal right here. Two tough teams that play very high level of volleyball around the world, and they're showing exactly what we all know around the world, but maybe the Americans are new to.
David Herrera at the service line, the Spanish trailing by a point coming out of the technical. He's going with a big jump top spin right to Samoilovs. Set Smedins, and through the block of Gavira. Aleksandrs, Samoilovs, and the Lion King is roaring early here, Randy.
I love the little bark from the Lion King. He actually received that ball and got away with it, and then chopped that ball down the line, a little off balance, but made the point as they go up 12-10 in game one.
Smedins for Herrera. Gavira sets him up, ball's drifting inside, and the line judge says that ball's in. The Latvians walk over and kick over the ball mark. It must have been in.
And I guess they're in agreement, but that ball got hit with such power, it almost had a kind of an underspin that really just took off and just clipped the line as it goes out. Point goes to the Spaniards. And here they are with a tough serve and trying to score again with a mistake by the Lion King at the net to tie this game up. Bronze medal match, 12-12. Great serves, put some pressure on the Lion King. Mistake, which is a rare mistake by the Lion King in hitting that ball in the net, something that you'll rarely see.
Gavira goes after him again here on two. With Smedins, Gavira had it, he made the read, he just couldn't pick it up, and he's mad at himself right now.
What an opportunity to have your player hit that ball on two, especially when you have to go diving for that ball. He pops that balls up, and Smedins takes care of business. Leads by one, first game.
Gavira with the opportunity for the side out, and he gets it. I think that was off the hands and on the line, just to make sure.
The players have gotten so big and so tall now that the indoor hit off the block, high off the block, is just happening out here just as it is in indoors. And you can see the quality of play out here as it just happened.
Herrera, big jump top spin. They stay on Samoilovs. Funky underhanded play from Smedins. Here's Herrera with the swing, Smedins with the dig. Oh, and what a put away. Such a late arm swing.
Ever in a fiddle, go deep middle. And he looks it around, he goes to the left, he looks to the right, and he goes, you know what? I see you guys, you're not in the middle. What a great little tap down to get an advantage, 14-13.
Gavira, nice pass. Oh, Smedins pops it up. Samoilov's running it down, and the signboards are lethal looking here, and he stops rather than sacrificing too much.
I don't even think it was the sidelines or the sideboards that really affected it. He almost got to the ball, and it got so high that the ball just got pushed into a whole different world. and blew right away from them. But the Latvian team goes into 14-14 and it's receiving on the good side. Good side meaning the wind is at your face, and let's see if they can side out the first play. They go to a jump set and a little shot over the block. The sport of beach volleyball is becoming very dynamic, and there you can see one of the good aspects of beach volleyball right now with the jump set. In my day, you would never see that. I think I did it once.
Smedins freezes the block a little bit, opens up some space for Samoilovs to get the kill down the line, and the Latvians showing off the full arsenal of tools here against Spain. Smedins just short. Beautiful shot over the top from Gavira.
You know what's impressive for me? All these players have been playing throughout the whole week. They've been playing 4 and 5 days of volleyball. Normally for us in the past, when I used to play, they used to be 2-day, maybe 3-day events. You got to admire the stamina that they provide us and give us each and every time coming out here, because it is something to go and play back to back to back to back days.
Oh, nice shot from Samoilovs down the line. Beautiful hands from Smedins on that one.
It all starts with a pass and a beautiful set, just like you said. Perfect up there for the Lion King, and he just looks it over and chops it over. Latvia up 16-15 first set.
Smedins goes right at Gavira. He takes a look and bombs one down to the sideline.
Very impressive when you can go and take a ball with that speed and receive it and then put a little bit more, even more pace on the ball coming back at you. That's a very impressive play by the Spaniards. 16-all.
Adrian Gavira serving for Spain. Samoilovs, bump set from Smedins, takes him all the way to the pin. A swat from Herrera. Funky pickup, free one now. And Smedins gonna take it on two, and why not? It was there.
You know, that's such a difficult play for the Spaniards right now. Ball comes off the top of the block. His partner pops the ball up. Now what do? Do you pop it back deep, or do you go short? I like the aspect of going into an area 2, like indoors, and trying to keep the cat in the box so you can try to get a little block and an opportunity for that block.
Here comes Gavira, takes a look, goes right at Smedins. He's gonna get another chance here. Smedins picks it up again. Samoilovs running down, Smedins at the left pin, a little overset, and Gavira takes care of it.
And as you can see, the Latvians, they really almost kind of act like brothers. They've been playing for so long together. When things don't go right, they get a little frustrated and they let each other know. But that was a good opportunity for Latvia to score that point, and especially reading the shot over the block. They must know what linja means.
Samoilovs. Oh, what a cut shot.
It's beautiful. It's what they used to say, cut me a slice. And sure enough, the Lion King from the left-hand side passes that ball, gets a perfect set, and then just wires it right along the net. We've got a lot of players in the past. Chris Marlowe used to be just awesome at it from the left side and the right side with that cut shot, and it was only one of his only great plays that he could put up. The great Chris Marlowe doing the NBC event.
The Latvians maintaining a slight advantage here. We've got tons of great volleyball coming for you on avp.com. This is the men's bronze medal match. Coming up after this, we've got a pair of gold medal match, women's first, then the men's. In the meantime, it's a Herrera overpass on that one. Beautiful serve from Janis. Smedins, just too hot to handle.
Especially with the serve, with the wind from the left side. He gets a point opportunity and really puts them into a great position. 19-17 in the first. Latvia back to serve from the left side.
Herrera moves into the seam. Janis goes outside shoulder. We saw this earlier. And Herrera, Samoilovs is there, cross-court Gavira. It was a roll shot set to Herrera, and he swats it off of Aleksandrs Samoilovs. He says there was no touch.
It was a great play by the Spaniards. They put the ball up on one. Player sees that the blocker doesn't go with him. He tries to cut the ball back, almost on like a shoot set to his partner. Referee calls the ball touch off the block as everybody's looking up at the screen. There are no challenges.
I think it gets Samoilov's elbow on this second one. This is going to be tough to see from this angle here. What a funky play. I don't think it was intended to be a set, but it kind of worked out to be a set, but I don't think Herrera touched it. That just got weird really fast. The Latvians take a timeout to kind of regroup after that. As they had built a 2-point advantage, they were rolling there for a moment, and pretty emotional team. They're going to take a minute and just let things settle down as we get into crunch time here in set one.
That was a very interesting play. Spain was a little bit off balance, and I've seen the player, the second touch, really kind of make a shot but make it look like a set or even an option with his player right at the net. Ball trickles off the top of the tape, hits the Lion King going out of bounds, point to Spain. Then all of a sudden you got a little bit of some sense of kind of urgency right now from Latvia, and they call a timeout. Let's see how they come out of this. Right now, the game is a very tight game. I think it's a 1-point game.
19-18 in favor of the Latvians.
The Latvians, so this is a key side out for them on the bad side. But with this little pause in action, you never know. It's kind of like a reset.
Adrian Gavira back to serve for Spain. Down by one here in set one. It's the men's bronze medal match. He goes big down the middle, and somehow Smedins gets a swing out of that.
How does Smedins pass the ball on top of the tape? It stops and waits there for a second. Lion King gets underneath it, sets that ball straight up and down. Smedins goes and hits that ball off the block for the first opportunity for game one. Lion King back to serve.
Herrera, Gavira. Now Herrera again up over the top, and we get
19.
Spain sticking around
to take the 1 set on
This will be a second opportunity for Latvia to go and seal the deal right now. Set point, game one. Herrera back to serve. Needing to win this point to stay in this first game.
Goes big at Smedins. Great hands from Samoylov, and Smedins pounds it off the block. Not off the block, out of play. And we get bonus volleyball in set number one. I thought there was a slight touch there.
Smedins takes a swing for a game and makes the error, hits it out wide, ties this game up 20-all. This game is up for anybody.
Samoilovs deals with the top spin from Herrera. And Samoilovs misses. That's 2 in a row for the Latvians.
So Spain, 3 straight points.
It's a great pass, it's a great set. It's just a bad mistake right now. 2 of them in a row. That ball just going out just long for the Latvians. Point game in the first set for the Spaniards.
Another big top spin from Herrera. Smedins deals with it. Nice set from Samoilovs. Pounds it off the tape and out, and Spain has stolen the first set.
And Spain.
Well, somebody call the authorities, because that was a steal. And I can't believe what really transpired right there. 3 in a row, but unfortunately that same thing happened to them in the semifinals, where they had a tough 3-game match there, and needless to say lost in some kind of the same type of system, and the same things happen to them right now. So the first game goes to Herrera and his partner. Look forward to the Latvians to come back kicking and fighting and screaming.
That first set had a little bit of everything, and right now going on with Mark down on Stadium Court, we've got a Kona Brewing promotion with a little bit more of everything.
All right, there you go, We're on the beer. Pulling something out of there. So we looked it up. Janis in the lead to start, but Jimmy is the foot, we were 1. Moving on down the line, Kate. You got this, Kate. You got this, Kate. It's windy, I know. It's windy, I know. Katie, I believe in you. I believe in you. Moving on. Here we go. I didn't touch it. I know it's windy. I know. I know. Team Katie is catching up, but no. That was up. Down to our last guy on Team Jimmy. I don't know what that was. That was not even. There it is. Here we go. The foot from the win. Oh, what? Oh boy. Can the comeback be completed? Here we go. The comeback is not complete. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh yes. Team Katie. What a finish. Nice shot. Give it up for these six, ladies
It's an epic game of flip cup between sets here, brought to you by Kona Brewing Company. We're at the AVP presentation of the FIVB 4-Star Huntington Beach Open. It is an amazing afternoon here in Southern California. We're going to take a quick look at the stats from the first set, and the thievery went down. The Spaniards sneak in, steal the set, but when you look at the stats, it really looks like they should have won. Fewer service errors, fewer hitting errors. What do you think, Randy?
Those stats are not indicative of how the game went, and obviously maybe an ace here and a block there was the difference for the Spaniards. Smedins back to serve to start game 2.
He goes after Gavira. Gavira takes a look and hammers it down the seam. So Spain will look to score a couple early points here and really just keep the momentum on their side. And there's a big block from Herrera. Smedins takes a big swing, and Pablo Herrera has that one covered.
Yeah, Samoilovs puts that ball up a little bit across the body of Smedins, and he can't go and turn that ball anything but down the line and gets blocked for a point. But then here you go. They give it away with a serve into the net.
Aleksandrs Samoilovs at the line for Latvia. Goes deep seam. It's Herrera who takes that one. Dig on the pull from Samoilovs. He gets a swing and puts it away.
That's a really good work by Samoilovs. Going and get it, backing off the net, making the dig, getting the good set, and then chopping cross court. He had either way to go, but he made the good touch right there to tie this game up 2-2.
He continues to serve. Puts Smedin on the outside shoulder. Nice pass and recovery by him. Or pardon me, that's Gavira. Nice pass and recovery by Gavira outside shoulder, and then a sweet little crossbody cutting.
Samoilovs kind of hesitating as a blocker right there, gave the whole open net to the Spaniards, and they put the ball down easily with a little cross court and a 3-2 lead in game 2.
Herrera serves Samoilovs. Beautiful set from Smedins, and Samoilovs puts that away.
And I like the look after the hit, you know, he wants to kind of remember it, keep it in the back of his mind like, okay, this is what I can do, this is what I want to do. Smedins back to serve 3-3.
Herrera in the seam, Gavira runs it down, brings him back to the net, and Herrera misfires. I thought Gavira did a nice piece of work there.
Yeah, but it was even better that Samoylov stayed up at the net, trying to force him into trying to do something special. And sure enough, the ball gets hit into the net, point goes to the Latvians. First time they're leading in this game, 4-3 in the second set, a must-win for the Latvians.
Smedins outside shoulder just misses going after Herrera. Seen him go after that serve a few times with little success this direction.
He's knocking on the door. Don't worry, one of those things are going to fall in for him.
Gavira for Spain now. Samoilovs. Smedins. A big touch from Herrera. Nice set from Gavira. I think there was a touch from Samoilovs there. Smedins plays it, not for contacts. And Gavira puts it away. It's a great up from Smedins. Then Gavira finishes.
And finishes with authority.
He continues to serve for Spain. Smedins now. That was bad.
That ball slips through.
Kind of a rarity out here on the World Tour to see a mishandled ball. It happens, but it happens very seldom. And the Lion King is probably just really upset with himself right now to give the advantage, a 2-point advantage, 6-4 for the Spaniards. There's a good pass. They pass the ball, throw the ball to the middle of the court, little choppy, cross court, and just long again. Trying to dig a little bit of a hole for the Latvians for themselves. They've really almost done it to themselves, Matty.
Back-to-back errors from Aleksandrs Samoilovs. I mean, they're talking about the touch there, but I don't think it was even close. It went straight through the split hands of Herrera. I think they're just killing a little time. Gavira continues at the service line. Spain building a little lead here early in set 2. Service ace from Gavira right down the hubby wipe.
We've seen that a few times.
That's a timeout for Latvia. Had a casual approach to that serve and then just hammers it down the middle where just nobody's touching it. I think there's a lot of confusion right now on the faces of the Latvian players, and they're just really probably feeling the exhaustion of the entire tournament.
Well, they did have quite a bit of volleyball to go through to make it here. It was a brutal 48-team double elimination draw here in the FIVB 4-star Huntington Beach Open. It was paradise for a volleyball fan, Randy. I've had one of the best weeks of my life here.
You know what? I have to agree. You know, not only including the FIVB, the World Tour with the AVP that everybody knows for the last 30-some-odd years in the United States. What an opportunity it's been. The AVP, as the primary sponsor of the event, has done a terrific job here down in Huntington Beach. And not only has it been exciting for the players, but it's been exciting for the fans, because ultimately we're seeing the top players from around the world competing on our sands in Southern California. Somebody pinch me.
Adrian Gavira at the service line still for Spain, and it's going right back to that seam, misfires into the net. It is fantastic to see the AVP back on the cutting edge of the game globally again, putting together a format, an event like this, first of its kind. I can only hope we start to see events like this in Brazil and Germany and Austria and other federations pick up and do something similar. It's only going to make the game better.
Matty, I don't see why not. You know what? Ultimately, what it did, it gave an opportunity for a bunch of Americans that don't ever get an opportunity to play on the World Tour to compete and to compete at the highest level. That opens the door for them. That makes them feel and want to do that. If we did that in every country, can you imagine the growth of beach volleyball?
Be phenomenal. Samoilovs pounds that off the hands of Gavira and out, and Latvia's got to dig themselves out of a little bit of a hole. It'll be Janis Smedins at the service line looking to do that. Herrera's in the seam, giving away the outside shoulder, and he goes after Gavira and misses.
They live by the sword and die by the sword with that jump serving. Needless to say, Latvia's got to turn this around. This is a must-win situation for them in game 2. Here's a ball that's being taken on 2. Nice little touch on it. Blocker almost got that ball.
He was really close.
Snuck it right in, and it got a key point for the Latvian team, trailing 7-10 on the good side. Let's see if they can go and put together a string of a couple points.
Samoilovs, the big top spin. He goes after Herrera. One-footed approach and sends it down the line. What a set from Samoilovs, and what a finish from Smedins. That's what these Latvians are capable of.
Yes. You know, the Spaniards, I heard the solo, meaning nobody. Great dig. Smedins takes the ball from the right side and then again goes to that cut shot with just preciseness, getting back their team into the game, 8-10.
Samoilovs after Gavira this time. He takes a look, shot down the line. Smedins touches but can't control.
I like that defensive prowess by the Latvians, being Smedins being left-handed. He has the opportunity to go and make that play to get that shot over the block. For most right-handed players, it's a very difficult ball to go and get, and he just almost makes that play. But the Spaniards score that point, and they go up 11-8, game 2.
Herrera off the tape. Smedins on 2. Blocked back by Gavira. Smedins with the cover. Here he goes again down the line, and that's a point for the Latvians.
He said, I'm not going to go to that cut shot 3 times. I'm going to go and show you what else I got. A little shot up and over the block.
This match has had a little bit of everything. Both of these teams have an incredible amount of tools in their toolbox, and we've seen them breaking them out for everything from a jump set to a funky roll shot option second contact. It's been a lot of fun so far.
Smedins from the right side being left-handed. He says, I got to change something up. I got to make something happen. And sure does. Throws the ace right down the middle for a 10-11 switch.
That was a primal roar that he let out on his way into the technical timeout there.
You got to love their thinking, you know, change something up. I always love that when my coaches said to me, after you serve an ace or do something, go someplace else. Change it, change it, change it. Give a different look, give a different look. And sure enough, there it was.
And here we are, Championship Sunday at Huntington Beach. It doesn't get any better than this. Still a couple spots in the bleachers. If you're in Southern California and you're not here yet, you need to be on the way. Grab an Uber, get in the car, get on your bike, whatever you need to do. We've got the gold medal matches coming up, the finals for the women and the finals for the men coming up shortly here on AVP.com. I'm Matty Bishop alongside Randy Stoklos, and we've got a barn burner of a bronze medal match for the men here. Spain came back, stole the first set. It was grand larceny on a large scale. The Latvians looking to even things out here. Janis Smedins feeling it from the inline.
Well, they're going to have to pull the same kind of act that the Spaniards did to them in the first game by stealing this one. And needless to say, this is a must-win situation for the Latvians.
Herrera now for Spain. Oh, no touch detected. Herrera is confident there was a touch. Herrera, well, maybe he's asking the ref to take a look at the ball.
All the way across the board, that might not be a
that ball gets struck from the left side, and it kind of has some underspin as it did before, but this one doesn't catch the line. It goes out wide.
That camera angle shows the ball mark clearly out of play. He misses the hands by a lot.
It waffles out of bounds. 11-11. Game 2, Latvia back to serve. Let's see if we can keep the momentum with Latvia.
Herrera now. Bump set to the middle of the court from Gavira, and the split defense there from Latvia. Herrera goes right down the seam. That's an easy one.
Guerrero coming up and just jumping so high out of the sand to put that ball away like nobody's up. What an incredible spike that was. And here it is for Spain, back to serve, 12-11.
Gavira goes after Smedins. Nice hands from Samoilovs off the tape. Gavira picks that one up. He's going to get an opportunity and rolls it over the top of Samoilovs and down, and that's a nice play from Adrian Gavira.
It's a terrific play. It's not only a terrific play, it's a super play by digging that ball cross court, digging it perfectly and getting the good set and putting that ball away. Advantage goes to Spain, 13-11.
Gavira serving. He goes to Smedins in the seam. Off the block of Herrera, and that's a point for the Latvians.
Smedins does a good job by coming back and doing something positive for his team right now. Down 12-13. Lion King, as they call him, in Latvia and around the world, back to serve. Serves the ball to the right sider. Right sider takes the ball and chops it cross court. It's a kind of a good dig, but it not handled well. Ball point goes to Spain on that one play. It seems like the Spaniards are just really consistent right now and staying just really solid in their game.
Everything is really even for them, Randy. You don't see the ups and downs. You don't see the big emotional flair that you see out of Latvia. Here's a jump top spin from Pablo Herrera. He goes after Samoilovs. Oh, and that's a tight set.
Swiping it off to the Spanish
Brushed
block.
off the hands of Gavira, and it's going to be Smedins to serve for Latvia.
That joust at the net, it's a bit of a wipe off for Samoilovs for a point for Latvia to get back into this game 13-14 and back to serve.
Herrera again in the seam, giving the outside shoulder. Smedins hits the ball right at him. Herrera hits the ball right back at Smedins, and there was a slight touch on the block. Samoilovs had to go over. Here's Herrera again. That time he puts it down, and Smedins came up to block. Herrera took advantage of that situation.
Yeah, it's a very difficult situation, really, as we speak. You know, to go and pop that ball back to the same player that hit the first thing is probably the smart move, but not when he goes up there and basically tees off on it and says, you know what, I showed you it once, I'm going to give it to you the second time.
Gavira with the serve. Samoilovs, middle of the court. High over the top. Touch from Gavira, but he can't pick it up.
Samoilovs back to serve for Latvia right now, down by 1 point, 14-15. Has to make something happen in a must-win situation. This is the bronze medal match.
How about them apples?
Digging a little too deep right there.
Trying a little something too unique. Spain keeping this nice two-set advantage. They can pretty much side out their way to the bronze medal right here. Not sure the Latvians are going to let that happen. This is a very experienced, very dynamic team. Spain's going to have to pull a little something special out of the bag down the stretch here. Here's Smedins for Latvia. And again, a tight set. That one's jousted by Gavira. Reset, Samoilovs over top of the block and down, and Gavira would like to have that joust back.
Well, not only would he like to have that joust back, but they're complaining about a handset, and I'd have to go along with it. It was a little bit of a chuck. Went from left to right or right to left that I couldn't really tell, but the referee is not going to call that. And needless to say, that puts again a mind game into this match right now. You know, when you lose a point like that, feeling like you should have scored that point or got a free one like that, it really puts you in a different situation. And let's see how Spain will react to it.
Smedins goes big after Gavira. He's at the pin on the right side with the whole court to work with as Smedins jumps into the line and Gavira converts the side out. It's a big one for Spain.
Here's a spike on the right side, just turning it basically to the middle of the court. The blocker reaches too far in and misses that ball totally. Smedins takes the ball out of the middle, then runs it off to the left side, dig by the Spaniards, and goes right on top. And sayonara.
I see you, Pablo Herrera. That was unreal. Oh, there's a dent in sand. Seismographs are going off in the LA Basin right now. That was a hammer.
How many times you want to have that opportunity in your life that you'll never feel anything better than that?
Smedins now. Again the joust. Samoilovs can't keep that set on his side of the net. Smedins wins that one.
Smedins definitely wins that one at the top of the net, and then after, he shows what kind of muscle he really has. He says, I'm not losing this battle at the net. Here's Latvia down by 2, back to serve Samoilovs.
Herrera again, and Pablo Herrera is feeling it right now.
That was quite interesting. They had Smedins blocking. Smedins jumps into the angle way early, almost too early. The player sees the line shot, comes up and turns that ball down the line for the point and puts Spain in a very, very good situation. 19-16, serving from the right side.
Samoilovs receives that one. Nice set from Smedins, and he misses.
That swing is out.
They needed that one.
And we've got match and bronze.
Spain serving for the bronze medal right now. This 35-year-old David Herrera, a 4-time Olympian, a legend in European, Spanish, and world beach volleyball at the service line.
And don't you think that this matters? This is for the bronze. Still has the opportunity, 3 plays more to win the bronze medal. He was kind of like going, I don't know really what to do. I'm going to try to just serve it as hard as I can. Here's the opportunity, and they're going to get a couple of them right now. Something's really got to happen special for Latvia, for Spain to really fold on this game right there. And there's the serve out long. Spain wins the bronze medal, Huntington Beach, AVP event, and look at them celebrating on the ground. Do you think this has any meaning? Do you think this has any meaning? Of course it does. They just won the bronze medal. Congratulations to Spain. Terrific match by Latvia. Here's the handshake. They all come together, they give it good love. And what a day it's been. Look at these guys. They're just like going, we're in Southern California. And look at them applaud to the crowd. What a great venue. What a great scene. What a great opportunity for beach volleyball around the world.
Adrian, Gavira, and Pablo Herrera, your bronze medalists here at the FIVB Huntington Beach Open. It's a 4-star event. It's a big, big deal. In front of a big crowd. These guys put on one heck of a show. We're going to go down to our sideline guy, Rich Lamborn, here in just a moment. He'll have the bronze medalist interview for you. We've got the finals coming up, an all Brazilian women's final. That is going to be fun. And here we go. Here's Rich Lamborn.
Pablo, Adrian, congratulations on the bronze medal. What a great match you guys played. What's the key to staying in that first set?
Thank you very much. We can't believe. We don't have power. We didn't have time for rest. So the key was the head. We wanted the medal. We fight it for the medal, and that was the key. We wanted the medal.
And you guys served great that whole match.
Adri served from block all the tournament amazing. And I think that was the key of the tournament. Adri serve block amazing, still inside out very well, and I think was the key.
Well, you guys played a great match. I'm sure the fans were happy to see such high-level volleyball, and congratulations on the bronze medal, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, Rich. A great performance from the Spanish. I'm sure they made some new fans here in America. Let's take a look at the stats from that one here, Randy.
Pretty tight on the kills, 24-25. Digs a couple of to the advantage of Latvia. Blocks gets the other way to Spain. Aces goes to Latvia. Service errors, maybe the difference. 3 points right there in service errors. And then we go to the highlights of today.
It has been a phenomenal day. What an incredible match. It had a little bit of everything. Both of these teams broke out all the tools. It was the Spanish with just a little more. They will take home the bronze medal. They left behind a whole lot of memories in these American volleyball fans' heads, though, of just what is possible on a beach volleyball court. Amazing work from these guys.
What a great day it's been for me, Maddie. I want to thank you and the crew for inviting me up here and having me go and shout about beach volleyball. Really a passion of my life. And again, thanks for a great time.
Mr. Randy Stoklos, everybody, the Hall of Famer, the legend. It's been a great pleasure for me, Randy. Thank you so much for coming out and sharing with us this week, for sharing this event with us. So here we go. All we've got left now is to hand out 2 gold medals. It's the women coming up next. We've got the Brazilian women right here on avp.com. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments.